Hello everyone, this is the Archfiend.
Hello everyone, this is the Archfiend.
Hello everybody, and this is the Archfiend! And my two birds! They're nice. Been doing a lot of thinking lately about the topic of e-begging or just begging in general, mainly through internet videos that people send to me. And as a matter of fact, some guys on my YouTube channel today just, asking me to address how just rampant this is getting in the YouTube community. And I get videos literally sent to me every single day saying, oh, look at this guy. He's begging for money because his 360 broke, or this guy's car broke down, and they want money from their subscribers, and people are donating, and these people are getting hundreds, in some cases thousands, in some cases tens of thousands of dollars, and in some cases hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hello, AVGN. Anyway, these people are getting money, and they're just basically getting money because they can. Now, we all know I've made a number of videos about this. It's one of the main ways I made my name here. I was one of the go-to guys when someone was abusing their fans, quote-unquote, and asking them to pay their bills for them. I would be the one guy that would go out there and, have no qualms against just calling them out for their douchebagginess. Now, I've got to say, after just thinking about things and after just seeing just what this community here on YouTube is turning into as far as the e-begging realm of things, I'm just going to refer to it as e-begging. I don't care what you want to call it. I'm just going to keep it under one general term here. As far as these e-begging donations go, I got to say, I'm doing almost a complete 180 with how I've approached these, and oddly enough, it's because of a video I made a couple years ago. And it was a video I made, I forget what I even called it, but it was about, I've made so many goddamn videos, how can I keep track? Anyway, it was about smoking and people that choose to smoke and what a bad decision that is, both from how much it costs you money-wise to how it, drops your image and perception of people, and or the people to you if you're a smoker, and just a number of other things. It's just basically a bad decision. But one of the things they said in that video, and this is what kind of linked it together to my whole thought on the e-begging donation things, are I said that one thing that I'm grateful for smokers for is that they pay what's called a stupidity tax, for lack of a better term. And what I mean by that is by their dumb decision, they are basically getting taxed for their stupidity. They're helping make my taxpayers' money less as a non-smoker, because the government and states heavily tax something like a cigarette. So I'm grateful that people smoke because it helps improve the quality of my life while degrading their own. And since the degradation of their life has no real impact on my life, I don't care. Now, I don't know why. Well, actually, I do know why. I'm going to get to that in a second. But if you think logically in how I thought from that stance and that point of view of looking towards smokers and me being a non-smoker, to me looking at people that do the e-begging donation drives and the people that donate to the quote-unquote e-beggars, I should have somewhat of a similar stance, yet they're almost polar opposites. I just completely shun anyone that would give money to someone that's begging for something frivolous, whether it's a movie, whether it's a game system, whether it's any of those things I mentioned before. But I gotta say, I really don't see how there is much of a difference. Now, I know one of the main reasons why I've always been against e-begging, I may or may not have addressed this in a video yet, is I've studied a lot of people when I was in college, and one of the people throughout history that I've studied that always stuck in my mind, and I know I'm probably going to get heat for mentioning this guy's name, was Nietzsche. I like a lot of what he has to say just about society in general. No, I don't believe that we should be a communist state or anything like that. Hold on. One of the things that Nietzsche said when I was reading one of his works, I forget which exact work it is, and I'm paraphrasing here. He said something along the lines of, anything in life that is worth any sort of value or just tangible want or need, be it love, a possession, any asset, anything like that, anything that is of a desire and high value in society should never be gained by any means other than hard work. In other words, you shouldn't be given a handout in life. Everything that you got, want, or have should be obtained through working for it. Now, when I read that, I was like, that is quite possibly one of the most brilliant philosophies in life. I can't disagree with that at all. Now, of course, that gets taken a bit too far in some communist states, but that's a whole different issue. But just the ideological principle of that just always struck true to me. And I always said, yeah, why should people ever be given a handout for something? Why should people just be given something for not working just because they have loyal fans that want to say, oh, here you go. Just take it just because. But here's the thing. The smokers and them paying their stupidity tax and me appreciating what they're basically giving me as a tax benefit for their stupidity, and I don't hate them for that. How can I hate someone who is donating to someone and giving them some sort of tangible money, product, whatever it is? And I just got to do a complete 180 in my mind and say, my God, it's just stupid. It's just stupid that I can appreciate the smokers for what they do, but despise the e-begging community for what they do. So I'm here to tell you, I'm done calling out e-beggars on this website. It's just like the moment of clarity, as Samuel L. Jackson said in the end of Pulp Fiction, where the drunk just has that moment of clarity and realizes, my God, I was wrong and this is the right way. I just kind of had that the other day, and I just really started thinking into things here. And I know a lot of people just, rely on me, and they just, say, oh my God, look at this guy e-begging his ass off, call him out. I look at those e-beggars, all those people asking for donations, as nothing more or less than people just asking for a stupidity tax. And if people are willing to pay that stupidity tax and give them that tangible item, spend their own hard-earned money, or just give them that money, then by God, let them. Let the smokers smoke. Let the people that are willing to donate to some e-beggar donate. And I can't believe that I had just such polar opposite just ways of seeing the two issues this whole time. And it's just looking back on it, it's kind of dumb. I should have put that together in my brain a long time ago, because I made that video about smokers almost, I could say, about 3 years ago. So, yeah, I'm just kind of making this video today just to say, yeah, I'm done with calling out the e-beggars. And now, I'm not going to say that I feel that it's ethically or morally right to do that, and you're not going to see me making a video tomorrow saying, hey, I want a new bed for my bedroom, could you guys, donate so me and the girlfriend could have something better to have sex on? No, I'm not going to do shit like that, because I do think it is morally and ethically wrong to do that. But if someone wants to do it, and people want to waste their own money, and I still do consider it to be a waste of money, then by God, do it. I consider buying cigarettes to be a waste of money. You want to do it? Oh, is it influencing my life in any way? No? Oh, go ahead, do it. Be an idiot. Be an idiot. Help the AVGN make a movie. Help this guy buy a new video game system. This guy's got a broken car. Give him money. Don't let him get a job and pay for it. Don't let him spend his money. Use your money. I'm not going to spend my money on shit like that. So, I just kind of wanted to make a video about this, and like I said, this is just kind of a moment of clarity, and I guess this is another video that I can just send to people when they ask me to make a rant video about this douchebag or that douchebag. And anyway, just kind of wanted to put this into perspective here, because like I said earlier, I've made quite a name for myself calling out all these e-beggars over the years, and just, you know, people profiting off of the, for lack of a better term, idiocy of their fans that are willing to give them something for what is arguably nothing. Yes, I know they provide us entertainment as, you know, content providers here, so yeah, we should be able to give them money. That's bullshit. We don't owe anyone anything here. But if you want to give someone here that makes a video a little something extra, then go ahead and pay that stupidity tax. And for the record, this whole stupidity tax thing, just to give credit where credit is due, that's a concept I heard first mentioned by Bill Maher. Someone may have mentioned it before him. He said it during an episode of Politically Incorrect when it was on ABC. And he linked that to people that play the lottery, and he called it a stupidity tax, and that's just another kind of thinking along with Nietzsche when I was reading that passage in college, when I heard Bill Maher say the whole thing about stupidity tax, about the lottery, people that are willing to play it and just basically accept the fact that there's a greater chance that you're going to get absolutely nothing for investing your money than there is that you're going to actually get something for investing your money. That's the definition of being stupid. And since you're given money for it, it's basically a taxation of your own will and accord. So it's a stupidity tax. So Bill Maher, there's a great line of logic there. You made a few good points in your days, and so did you, Nietzsche. Now I'm going to get ripped for being pro-communist or something now. So have a great day, everyone. Joseph Stalin's an asshole. So there. That should quell any communist thoughts there. Anyways, have a great day, everyone.